Hiya and welcome to the Redmen TV. I'm coming to you from Hong Kong. I'm actually in the stadium where Liverpool just lost 4-2 to AC Milan, and I am about to react to Arne Slot's press conference. Dan was luckily enough in there with him, and he had some words to say on Luis Diaz. Obviously, the questions were always going to be asked about Luis Diaz, and he was asked why he was left out of the squad, which I don't know about you. I understand there's been a lot of speculation, let's be honest. And we all have heard that there's rumours that Bayern Munich were going to put a second bid on the table. But I did think that Diaz and Nunes were going to play some part of that game today, just because I've seen them be involved in absolutely everything else so far on this tour in the last 6 days. So yeah, I wouldn't say surprised, but also at the same time, I really could have seen them both playing today. What I will say is Slot's reaction to it told me everything I really need to know about Luis Diaz's future at Liverpool Football Club. He turned around and said he was left out of the squad, of the team, due to speculation about his future. I've heard that at a certain other place, and, you know, I thought of it as a, oh my God, why would you leave out a player who you want to keep, who you want someone to stay, who you think will stay? And honestly, I feel the same about Luis Diaz. I think he has played his last game for Liverpool. Sad in some ways. I'm devastated about his song. I absolutely love his song. I love his dedication. I think whilst he's been a Liverpool player, he's gave absolutely everything. However, you know, Liverpool clearly don't want to offer him a new contract. Maybe it's wages, maybe it's length of contract. They just don't want to offer him that, with him being, I think at the moment, 28. And yet Luis Diaz clearly wants, you know, a better contract, a longer contract, and the two sides just won't compromise on it. Bayern Munich have came in, and I think it's fair to say he wants to go there. And look, it is what it is. There's a lot that's being done in this transfer window. I'd hate to lose Luis Diaz and then have no one else coming in to replace him. I think Liverpool will have to address that. But yeah, I'm not surprised by it. I felt like he's defo going to go from the past couple of weeks, ever since Bayern put a bid in. Once again, I just don't think that there's many clubs out there who put bids in on for players who haven't gave any indication that they want to leave or haven't opened the door, and it seems that he certainly has done that, and I think he will be going somewhere else soon, maybe and possibly Bayern, who are probably going to come in with a second bid. What does that mean for us? Well, it means that, you know, Liverpool need to go and reinvest in that left-wing position. I thought Rio was absolutely electric tonight. Really enjoyed watching him play. I always enjoy watching him play. He gets me off my seat. And, you know, not just does he do that, he's developed and improved so much since he joined the club. And his end product has improved as well. And tonight he was one of our best players on the pitch. So a lot of people will think, can he take some minutes from Luis Diaz? I'm not sure. Liverpool are going to protect him as much as possible, being the age of 16, but at the same time, if I got to see more Rio in my life, I wouldn't really be that against it, because I think he is boss. It is just up against those bigger teams, you know, the physicality, they're not going to give you a second, they're going to get into you and they're going to make sure that you know that they're there, and we do really want to protect him because we clearly think so much of Rio. And I know this podcast is about Diaz, but it was a case of what happens after, if Diaz does go. If Liverpool didn't want him to go, they'd have offered him a new contract and gave him what he wanted and let him carry on playing for us. But for whatever reason, Liverpool might think there's a better player out there on the market. They might just not want to give him a new contract with the length of contract that he wants because of his age. He was a massive part last season. He sacrificed himself for the team, playing in that number 9, and he did a great job. He probably had his best season for Liverpool in that time. And, you know, he goes, if he does go, with a Premier League around his neck for Liverpool and a couple of cups. So I think it will be sad to see him go, just because of how much we adored, how much he's gave to us. But I hope he does still respect us. I hope he loved his time at the club if he does go. But yeah, I'm saying like he's gone, and it's because I can't see a way back. And yeah, like I said, we'll see what happens. Liverpool have got another game. but I don't think that speculation's going away, and I don't think he's going to change his mind and want to continue to stay at Liverpool for whatever reason. So, yeah, that's another thing for Liverpool to work on. As if this transfer window hasn't been busy enough, that's something that you've got to go and sort and then find a replacement for. Let's see what happens. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Until the next one, up the Reds.